Hi everyone, it's Bridget with Bees Ultra Designs. I'm coming to you with my last DT project for Tresors Deluxe, and I just wanted to show you some of the things that I used on my project from Lucy's shop. The first thing I used was this gorgeous lace. I just love this. This is so beautiful. And I used this heart. I used parts of this. I just used the hearts off of this for my project. And then I used one piece of this. I just cut it apart and used one of the flowers like from here to here. So those were the laces I used. And then I used, she sells these sprays in her shop. And I bought the green one also, and I used that one. The flowers are green. They're green satin. And I used that one, and I also took apart the white one because, I don't know, I have to take everything apart. And I took it apart and added a few of the pieces that were on this one to the green one because I wanted it a little fuller. So, and then this I'll use for something else, I'm sure. So that's what I used from her shop. And let me just bring the project over. I did an altered paintbrush. I hope you can see this. I will have still pictures at the end. I debated on whether to hold the camera or not, so it's just so much easier when the camera's not being held. I'll zoom it out a little bit. Let me just lay this down. I think you can see that. Yeah. This looks like... Okay, so let me explain to you what I did on this project. First I took a very inexpensive paintbrush from Walmart. It was like, I don't know, a couple dollars. And I took the bristles out of it. And after I did that, I gessoed it, and then I painted it with, I used this color. It's Steamed Milk. It's just Anita's acrylic paint. And then I decided I wanted to do the paper transfer process, where you take the paper, the side of the paper that you like, and you Mod Podge this, and then you put the side that you like face down, and then you let it dry, and then you take water and you spritz it, and then rub off what you, the most of the paper, and what you get left with is what the print was. And I love this paper because I'll get the paper for you. It's a My Mind's Eye paper. I'll show you what it is. This is awesome for backgrounds. I basically bought it for when I do art boards, but it's this one. And see, it's just gorgeous. It has a whole bunch of, you know, like wood backgrounds on it, and this is the page that I use. So it has the wood grain, plus it looks like it has doilies all in it, if you can see that. And I just thought this was perfect for what I wanted to accomplish there. But this paper, oh my gosh, I just love it. It's just beautiful. Anyways, so I took that and I did the transfer process on both sides, so it is on this side too. So it really makes it look really neat. So I took some trim that I had in my stash and glued it around the top of the paintbrush handle. And this was gifted to me by Sandy. Thank you, Sandy. And I just burned the edges because I kind of liked the way that looked. And that's the holder for it. And then I took the green spray that I told you that I bought from Lucy's store, and I glued that here. Well, I put the applique from the pink lace behind there. That's where that one went. And then I glued this down, and then I added a couple silk flowers that I had in my stash. And then, of course, I added some things off of the white spray. And over here, I made a little bird's nest with moss and stuck a bird that I had in my stash on here. But I do know she sells birds also. I just didn't get one in my DT package. I wasn't even really thinking that I was going to put a bird. Most of the time I put butterflies. So I just like the way that looks, kind of rustic feeling. And then I added that same trim here, this trim up here. I added this here. There's lace underneath this mauve color trim that I had in my stash. It's just embroidered trim here. I kind of kept it with that theme. And then this is the other trim from her store, and it's this one, and I just cut it around here and just used this part of it, and I sprayed it with my homemade tea dye spray, and just to darken it a little. And then what I did was I took my crocodile and I made holes big enough so that these would fit through here. These ring binders. So, because I knew I wanted this to be like kind of like a journal notepad kind of thing. And then I just picked some papers that I liked, and I tea dyed the edges of them, and Mod Podged some different pieces onto them. I have some pearl, this is Recollections pearls, and then this is just a button I had in my stash with some twine. And then here is the other thing that I did with the trims that she had, this trim. I just took the hearts off and I sprayed it with the Lindy's Clam Bake Beige and the Seagrass Green. And I was really nervous because I have a hard time spraying flowers with that because it leaves the flowers so wet. And I was really nervous about this, but this took the sprays so well, and it dried so nicely and fast. It dried very fast, and I even used my heat gun to dry it. And then once that was done, I used fabric stiffener. I just used this stuff to stiffen these because I wanted these to be like tabs. And I used that, and then I sprayed it with my homemade tea dye just to give it a little darker feeling. And of course I stuck it on with glossy accents, and I put pearls on the top of here. And then I just kind of went through and did little things. I stamped here, and then this is a vellum piece or an acetate piece that has that little I don't know if that's Tim Holtz. I'm not even sure if this was on a stamp. I don't have this stamp, so I'm not even sure where I got this. But I thought that kind of looked cute there, so I just poked holes in that and put that there. And then I just stamped on here. And then I just did some random stamping here. And then here. And you could put pictures on here, and of course journal on here. And this is a piece of vellum I just stuck there just for something. And then I stamped here, and again on the back. So this is my altered paintbrush and my last project for Tresors Deluxe, and I want to thank Lucy for giving me a chance to design for her, and I've really enjoyed it, and thank you so much, and thank you all for coming out and supporting my channel and watching my videos.